Hello YouTube, this is Darkon633, and today we're taking a look at the Yokai Medallium, which is actually the Hasbro's version of the Yokai Medallium. Now unfortunately, this medallium suffers from one major issue. Hasbro kinda went cheap on this, because on the Japanese release, and even the Korean release of the Yokai Medallion, inside actually had hard cardboard pieces, which is similar to the ones here with the legendary medals. But in the Hasbro version, they just made the cheap plastic binder style. And unfortunately, these pieces are very flimsy, I can tell. And it's already kind of breaking if you don't know what you're doing here. And it's kind of hard to put in the metals and take them out and so on. It's kind of easier to take out the metals, but it's harder to actually put them in. But overall, this is still a really nice medallion. And I actually am reviewing both the medallion and the extra pages, which actually include exclusive medals, which are actually featured on the information back. So that I do enjoy, the fact that there is at least the information of each of the yokai, so you can put it in any order you wish. It'll be easier to kind of display them all together. Another thing is that in the Japanese release, these are actually made out of metal. So it's a full-on metal ring binder, but the Hasbro version is just made out of plastic. But anyways, we'll take a look at all the medals actually inside the medallion. So I'll be back, and we're going to take a look at least each of them by page. Anyways, I'll be back. Anyways, we're back. I took out all the medals on the first page, but first we're going to take a look at the various tribes which are featured on Yokai Watch. There are 8 different versions of the yokai, including Legendary. So Legendary is actually not a part of these 8 tribes. The Legendary is actually the 9th tribe, which is the super special version. There is Brave, Heartful, Mysterious, Shady, Tough, Eerie, Charming, and Slippery. So those are the different tribes that we'll see within the medals themselves. The tribes themselves will repeat, but each of them will actually be read as a different medal. So first, we're going to take a look, just randomly, this one. So here we go. So anyways, Komiger. This, from what I could tell, is actually an evolution of Komajiro. Sometimes I get confused between the two yokai, but anyways. Now we're going to look at Kastellius. I think this is the first, if I remember correctly.
Kastellius Max.
Actually, this is actually Kastellius Max. So, if I remember correctly, that's actually the strongest version of Kastellius. I'm not really too sure since I don't follow the Japanese version. I don't know exactly what happened in later parts of Yokai Watch. The only things I know is from the video game and from the first season. So here we go. Let's look at this one. So anyways, this is, if I remember correctly, it's actually Bruff or Rough. Sometimes I get the names confused. Some of the names are very similar and it's weird. So it's actually Bruff. Okay, so now we're going to look at the next medal. And as you can see, we're just going to quickly look at it before we go on to the rest of the sounds. There's actually the shiny ones, which are really nice. These are the rare medals which are seen in the booster packs, so those are nice. If I remember correctly, this is actually the one that was in the folder, so... Sorry, one of the sets. The other one of the other Beetles are actually available in one of the extra pages, but this one's actually available in the sets. Here we go. So here we have Hornaplenty. Now we're going to go on to this one. I forgot some of the names, but we'll be able to tell after we hear the sounds. Here we go. So this is Confuze. So here we go. Now we're going to go look at one of the most obnoxious medals that I always get in the sets, Noko. I really like this medal, it's just really obnoxious that I keep getting it. Anyways, now go under Signibble. So some of them actually have extra phrases, but most of them will just have the singles. There we go. Now go under Komosan. There we go. Okay, this is a Komajiro. Sometimes I still get them confused. So yeah, this is Komajiro. So now we're gonna go under Roughraff. I know. Next one is another one that I keep getting from the packs, Walkappa. Now, the final one from the first page, which I actually forgot the name of this one, so there we go. So, if I remember correctly, this is B3NK1. So that covers the first page of the yokai medals. Next, we'll be looking at the second page. So I'll be back. Now we're going to move on to page 2. First, we're going to work on the hollows that are in the set. So here we go. First, this medal. I'm trying to remember all the names, but I can't think of them right now. So this is Venoct. Now we're going to look at Kyubi, which actually was included with the pages. So here we go. No, sorry. No, it's actually included with the medallion. So here we go. So look at Walldin, if I remember correctly, is the name. We're going to look at Tattletel. We'll look at the next one, which I can't think of the name at the top of my head. So this is Kapunki. The next medal we're going to look at is one of the snakes, which I can't think of the name either. Oh yeah. This is Cynake. Now, we're going to look at... I'm going to pick up the medal in a minute. Infour. So there we go. Okay, I know. Now we're going to look at Pandle, if I remember correctly, that's the name. Now we're going to look at Rhinoggin. So there we go. Rhinoggin.
Summoning Top! Red Bash Jackistan, Blink Blink Top! Rhinoggin! Rhinoggin!
Next metal, which I can't think of the name either. I'm really trying to remember these names, but some very crazy names.
Summoning Urnaconda!
Oh yeah, this is Urnaconda.
Urnaconda!
Sometimes it doesn't make the sound for some reason. And now we're going to look at really Komosan instead of Komajiro.
Summoning Charming! Komosan! Oh, my swirls! Komosan!
And that covers the second page in the first series of Yokai Watch Medals. Now we'll be moving on to the third page. And now we're going to look at the third page. Now, I forgot to mention that I actually do not have all the medals, so there actually are a few that I have not been able to cover due to the fact I do not own them. But first, we're going to quickly look at the rares again. So we're going to look at Awevil, if I remember correctly, that's the name.
Summoning Shady!
Now, we're going to look at the one that actually came with the sleeves, which it wasn't actually Kyubi. Kyubi came with the Medallium, so I got confused with this one. I can't think of the name of this one.
Summoning Brave! Throw shade, label and crave, black name of Brave! Beetall! Beetall!
Beetall or something? Beetall? I forgot exactly how you pronounce this one. I have to quickly check the folder, so let's see. The guy's name was... Oh yeah, Beetall, okay. Sometimes the pronunciations is a bit hard to tell. So now we're going to look at the legendary, the only one in this pack, Shogunyan.
Summoning Legendary! Imaginary, incendiary, flip-flop, squiggle, boom, slim, slam, legendary! Shogunyan! Ultimate Break Shake Cake Sharing Splitter! Shogunyan!
Now we're going to look at the only Eerie in this set, which is unfortunate, but here we go.
Summoning
So we have Grumples. Now we're going to look at Hungramps. So here we go.
Summoning Heartful! Everywhere Hungramps. Hungry.
This one kind of annoys me because it actually isn't the same voice as the one in the cartoon, but there you go. Now we're going to look at one of the Undie types. So ironically, Undie is actually the one that I'm missing, but here we go.
Summoning Brave! Dual Shade, Label and Crave, Black Name of Brave! Cable! Cable!
Okay, this one is... Let's see, I need to quickly look at this again. Sometimes I get the names all mixed up. So that was actually... Let's see, where are you? Tanbo. So, the next one we're going to look at is one of the Slipperies. So there we go. If I remember correctly, it's Slippery. So there we go. Sometimes it's hard to put in, so...
Summoning Slippery! Shrook!
So there's Shrook.
Shrook!
Now, the next one we're going to look at is Tattlecast. So here we go.
Summoning Mysterious!
Now, we're going to look at... what's that?
Summoning Mysterious!
And then finally, for this page, we have Old Fortune. So there we go.
Summoning Heartful! Everywhere Heartful! Old Fortune!
Actually, it's Old Fortune, so my bad.
Old Fortune!
And that covers pretty much what is up on this page, which I already own. I already looked at Shogunyan, so that one's already covered. So now we're going to look at the final page in the first series of Yokai Watch. Anyways, I'll be back. And now we're moving on to the final page of the Yokai Medallion. Now, initially at the beginning of this video, I stated that I was actually missing medals, so I wasn't able to cover them. However, since then, since I'm actually filming this sometime later, I actually was able to finish off the complete set of the Yokai medals in Series 1, which doesn't include, from what I can tell, from the Game of Life medals, which are pretty much just like a couple of medals in there, and there was also in Monopoly Junior. So at this moment in time, I'm not sure if they're part of the Series 1 medals or Series 2, or just in general, they're just something else. So I'm not really including them in this equation, since they're not even listed on the pages. So at this point, they're probably just not listed for Series 1 in general. But anyways, one of the medals that I was not able to cover, since it actually is on the last page anyway, is Azure Dragon. So we're just going to quickly go over that first, since this is actually one of my newest acquired medals. There we go.
Summoning Azure Dragon! Azure Dragon!
And now, since we're already moving on from there, we're going to go on with the rest of the hollow medals. Now, initially, also, earlier in this video, I wasn't able to cover Cruncha since I didn't have the medal during the previous part of the video, which this is actually a part of page 2, if I remember correctly, on the medallion. But since I have it now, we'll be able to cover it quickly now. So, here we go. Okay, no sirs, let's try this again.
Summoning Brave! Smooth shave, label engraved, black name of Brave! Cruncha!
And then, the only other hollow that's on this page is Swoosh. So we're going to take a look at it in the watch too.
Summoning Roughraff! Red Badge Jackistan, bling bling top! Swoosh! Swoosh!
And then, the final medal that was a part of the first page is Undi, which I finally was able to get a hold of. So here we go.
Summoning Brave! Smooth shave, label engraved, black name of Brave!
So, move on from there. Next, we're going to look at Bad Dude. So, or Bad Dude. It's technically supposed to be a pun, but here we go.
Summoning Red Badge Jackistan, bling bling top! Bad Dude! Bad Dude!
Okay. Next, we're going to move on to Castelius II, if I remember correctly.
Summoning Red Badge Jackistan, bling bling top! Castelius III!
Okay, so it's actually the third, so I forgot the second was in previous of the video. So we're gonna move on from there. Next, we're going to take a look at Panda Noko.
Summoning
Okay. Next, we're going to take a look at a Bodabat.
Summoning Shady!
sounds very tired. Then we're going to take a look at Banyan. So here we go.
Summoning Charming!
Banyan! You're messing with me now. Banyan!
So that's pretty cool. And then we're going to look at what I think is the most obnoxious out of the medals that I've gotten, which is the Dancing Trio. So we're going to start first with Wiglin.
Summoning Heartful! Everywhere Heartful!
Wiglin! The Dancing Trio! 10 out of 10! Wiglin!
This will repeat with the other two parts of the Dancing Trio, and especially when it comes to Steppa, this is by far one of the most common medals, and I think I've seen other people get quite a bit of Steppa as well. So here we go.
Summoning Heartful! Everywhere Heartful! Steppa!
The Dancing Trio! 10 out of 10!
Steppa!
And then to finish off the trio, we're going to look at Rith.
Summoning Heartful! Everywhere Heartful!
Riv! The Dancing Trio! 10 out of 10! Riv!
And then, to finish it off, we're actually going to take a look at the final medal that I managed to get, since this actually I needed to get online separately, since I wasn't willing to go through any more booster series just to get the final medals. So we're going to look at Quit.
Summoning Mysterious!
Quit! Quit!
There is the entire Series 1 of Yokai medals. Now, Series 1 had quite a lot of familiar yokai, but at the same time there's a lot of just many versions of different yokai that were seen in the Yokai TV series, or Yokai Watch TV series, should I say. So it's really cool of the selection that they chose for Series 1, and Series 2 looks to be something that's going to be another great series to collect. Now, the blind bags were quite a nuisance to get a hold of a lot of the medals, but just the collecting aspects of this, it was actually still pretty fun to collect all the medals, and it's just really nice to finally have a complete Series 1 collection, and looks like we're going to be repeating once we get into Series 2. But for now, please comment, subscribe, and check out Hirotaku, since this video should be available up there eventually. Also, please check me out on Twitter under Darkon633, and please check down the other channels down below, including the WW podcast and more. But for now, I'll be seeing you on YouTube, and hopefully more Ryokai Watch reviews will be coming up soon. But now,